Good morning everyone, and welcome to another episode of South York's Allotment. I'm just down on the first plot at the moment and 7:15. I thought I'd bring you a bit of nice early morning footage. So the situation is with this one, we're officially done on here now. Everything's looking alright, sorry state for itself. Sheds have gone, greenhouses have disappeared, people have packed up, got all the tools what they wanted, all the veg and fruit and everything else picked, and that's it, they're all finished. Sad state of affairs, but this is what it's come to. So I've been busy on my own plot. I've been picking potatoes, which I'll bring you a couple of snippets of videos later on in this episode, and I've just got a couple of peppers, variety Etuide or Etide, however it's pronounced, and they've done really well actually. Very nice, really nice sweet orange bell peppers, and the infamous squash or melon, as I thought it was at the time when I first popped it in. A few onions drying out here, but the rest of those peppers are doing great. I'm just drying a few seeds out, ready for next year's stock. Some broad beans there and some runner beans, but everything else is pretty much done. Sweet corn's all finished, so I'm not even going to bother taking that down, it can stay. Everything's just becoming overgrown now. Dwarf beans are done, there's a few seeds on there which I'll probably pick off. Potato bed, there's just about 3 rows of potatoes to get up there, so I'll just do that as and when. But all the birds are now starting to wake up. There's a dunnock in there singing away. There's a robin in the background. But yeah, it's all done, that's it. So I've got the other plot, so I'm not at a loss, but a lot of people down here are. A couple have gone on waiting lists, a couple have got other plots, but majority of people have just decided to call it a day, which is sad really. But that's the world we now live in. Greed and money and building houses on land what's easily available to them. So this is probably the last time you'll have footage of this plot. All 21 plots, all finished. This is one of the main crop potatoes record. Probably the biggest potato I've ever grown. It's bigger than my hand. And the weight of that, I'll just put it underneath now, just so you can see. So it's 6:20 down on the allotment. And the blackbirds are a bit agitated by something. Whether it's a cat or something, I don't know. It is actually lighter than what it seems. I'll just see if I can take the flash off a bit. I don't think I can. No, I can't. So I'm just clearing this cabbage patch up here, taking the best of the cabbages and composting the rest. I've got the purple sprouting and broccoli here. I'm going to stake those. So I'll get this done really before it gets dark. So I know some people might think it's a bit crazy, but I didn't finish work till 5:30 and it was starting to get dark there and then really. Seems to have been a bit of a gloomy afternoon. But I've taken all this blue scaffolding debris netting off. I'm just taking the last of the remaining vertical posts out as well. So just cracking on with that really. I've completed and done the onion beds, and they've been dug over. The spent potato compost were topped up on them, and then they've been covered in black plastic, so they'll be alright for the winter now. I've just started to clear a couple of these beds. There's still the squashes to do there and take out, but it's the first time I've been down here for about 10 days actually. I've been that busy with just having kitchen work done as well at home, so my attention's been taken up there at the evenings. So I'm just going to potter on with this then, and I'll show you some more footage when it's better light during the daylight hours. So I'm just up at home at the moment. I'm just in a bit of a rainy day task, so to speak, because the weather's not great outside, so apologies for the background noise. I've got some broad beans and I've got some runner beans here. Now they've been on the plants for probably about 6 to 8 weeks. They've been drying out nicely, so now feels the need to get them potted out, and then I'll just dry them a bit more on the windowsill, and then I'll put them in a brown paper envelope ready for sowing again next springtime. The variety was Bunyard's Exhibition and Scarlet Emperor, broad beans and runner beans respectively. I'm just in my shed at the moment and I'm potting up the spring cabbages. Now I'm really quite behind with these. These seem to have reacted terribly to the colder conditions we've had in October, so I had to bring them inside and they just seem to be stunted at the moment. So what I'm doing is I'm potting them on. I'm going to bring them inside to try and grow on a bit more before hardening off and try and get them out this month if I can. If not, I'll just leave them in pots and then plant them out around about March time. It won't do them any damage. I've done this before and I've managed to get some good cabbages ready for about May, June time. The variety was April and it was sown on the 15th of August, so it's now the 7th of November. So they've only been in 12 weeks. They should be a lot. Well, they should be in by now, really. But never mind. Hopefully, we can rescue them and they'll do okay. So it's the following day now, and as you can see, this area is cleared how I want it to be. There's just a few cabbages left, so I can just take them as and when I please. So it's starting to look as though it's getting to put to bed for winter now. I've had my first parsnip out, as we had a couple of cold nights recently, so it might have done some good for them. I've got this peony here which I dug out for somebody and they didn't want it, so I'm going to pop that in a little bed there which had the garlic in early on this year. And I've just come up because we're going to have a couple of frosts this week. I just topped up the bird feeders just so at least they've got something to eat, and there's a bit of a bowl down here somewhere for a drink as well. So I just need to give the grass one final cut and a trim, pull these nettles out, and then I'll really tidy that section up. And the swede are doing fantastic. I'll show you before I go. They're starting to bulb up now. They're probably about 3 inches in diameter, so they're doing really well. I'm really pleased with them because it's the first time I've really grown swede. I've grown turnips, but the swedes are a different story. So that's it for down here then. Just a bit of a update to what I've been doing. There's 4 or 5 videos part of this section which stretches back over 4 weeks, as I've just been popping up and down as and when I do, and just having half an hour here or there, especially with clocks going back as they have now. It's going to be dark in about 10-15 minutes time, so all good. Hope everybody's well, and thanks for watching. See you again soon.